Good morning, everyone. So let me share my screen. All the online students are able to see my screen now. All the online students, could you please respond in chat window now? Is it
Yes,
visible?
ma'am, it's visible.
So, what we discussed in yesterday's class, what are the modules we are going to cover the entire course, and what are the tools and technologies we are using for each and every module. So our course name is full stack testing. So we will learn testing here from start to end. Everything we will learn here. So it includes manual testing, automation testing, API testing, database testing, and AI testing too. And our job is functional test engineer. So functional test engineer is our job. So here we need to check whether the application is working properly or not. Whether the links are working properly or not. Buttons are working properly or not. Text boxes are working properly or not. Each and every web element in the web application should be working properly or not. So that is a responsibility. That is as a test engineer, that is our job. So our job name is functional test engineer. And the batch timing will be 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and started date and yesterday it will be started. So the total duration of the course will be 3 months. So on mid of second month onwards, the internship program will be started. Okay. So module 1 is manual testing with project. Module 2, core Java. Module 3, automation testing using Selenium with Java. Module 4 is database. Module 5, API testing. Module 6, generative AI using test. So these are the modules we are going to cover the entire course. So just we'll see 15 to 20 minutes for what are the topics we are going to cover for each and every module. So module 1, manual testing with project. So topic 1 is introduction to software testing. Then topic 2, software testing jobs. Then SDLC phases and its process. Then real-time project execution team members. Topic 5, software company departments. Then project organization chart, testing roles and responsibilities, PMP, project management plan, requirement specifications, then test plan, test scenarios, under project management plan onwards, under topic 8 onwards, your project will be started. Then test plan, then test scenarios, then working folder structure for your lab working folder structure, then test cases, guidelines and checklist for web application testing, then testing terminology, project and product, MVC architecture, model view controller architecture, environment identification for web application development, then builds testing URL from development team to testing team, then defect management using Track Plus and Zera, then defect severity and defect priority, status reports, daily status report, daily defect report, weekly status report, and retesting report, then real-time defects in web application, defect life cycle, retesting and regression testing, project build workflow, then testing strategy, STLC, software testing lifecycle or testing process or testing lifecycle, then test exit criteria, SDLC model, software development lifecycle models, SQA and SQC, software quality assurance and software quality control, then mobile app testing. So total 32 topics we are going to cover for manual testing along with project. Okay. So three life cycles we have in manual testing: software development life cycle, software testing life cycle, and defect life cycle. These three life cycles are very, very important in manual testing. Okay. Then module 2, core Java, language fundamentals. So the basic concepts like what is class, what is object, what is method, right, ma? So who invented Java, like what is Java, everything, the basic concepts we'll see here, and what is variables, data types, everything we'll see. Then string comparisons. So around we have 16 methods are there to compare with the string. Those things we'll discuss on topic 2. Then operators, control flow statements, arrays, user-defined methods, Java access modifiers, OOPS concepts, constructors, collections, and exception handling. So in detail, we'll see in the further classes. Again, we have like control flow statements. Again, we have subtopics, OOPS concepts. Again, subtopics. We have all those things we'll see in the further sessions. Then module 3 is automation testing using Selenium with Java. Like introduction to automation testing, automating browsers. So without having any human interaction, how we can automate the browser, how we can open the browsers. Working with the browsers, then browser interaction commands, then locators, one of the important concept in automation testing. Without locators, we cannot identify any web element in a web page. So it's very important concept in automation testing. Then validating an application, working with edit box or text box, then visibility of a web element, working with mouse over actions, then working with radio buttons, working with drop downs, working with frames, working with alerts, and then tab handling like multiple windows and multiple tabs, working with scroll down operations, then capturing screenshots in WebDriver, Excel operations, keyboard handling, log4j, wait methods, test ng, Maven creation, page object model framework, Cucumber framework, Auto IT, cookies, and Git and GitHub. So these are the topics we are going to cover for automation testing using Selenium with Java. So just listen the topics for that's it. So today onwards the actual classes will be started. Okay. So our module 4 is database testing, like introduction to SQL Server, download and install SQL Server, working with SQL Server, data types in SQL Server, commands in SQL Server, operators in SQL Server, joins in SQL Server, constraints in SQL Server, clauses in SQL Server, grouping functions in SQL Server, views in SQL Server. So these are the topics we are going to cover for database testing. Then API testing. Introduction to API testing, types of APIs, API testing workflow, API testing using Postman tool, Postman environment setup, HTTP versus HTTPS, and then API Postman workflow, HTTPS status codes, and then REST assured. So these are the topics we are going to cover for API testing. Then generative AI using tests. So introduction to AI, generative AI, AI versus generative AI, popular generative AI models and AI tools used in software testing, usages of ChatGPT and GitHub Copilot. So these are the topics we are going to cover for module 6, generative AI using tests. Okay. So our module 1 is manual testing. So let's see what is the topic 1. Let's see the topic 1 here. Introduction to software testing. So the today onwards, the actual classes will be started. Okay. So topic 1 is introduction to software testing. So what is mean by software? Anyone? What is mean by software? So everyone knows the software, right, ma? If I ask the definition, most of the people cannot answer this question. But everybody knows the software. In every day we are using software, like in your mobiles, in your computers. Everywhere we are using software. But what exactly the software is? For example, suppose if you want to perform some task or if you want to perform some manual task through your machine. So I want to perform that task. That machine needs some software. Okay. Or if you have mobile, but there is no applications in your mobile. If you use that mobile, you want some applications. We need some software again here. How the software will be developed? Means which is basically a collection of computer programs, which is basically a collection of computer programs. So the developers will write n number of programs. Collectively, we can call it as a software. Collectively, we can call it as a software. So what here software is? Software is a collection of computer programs. Listen carefully, ma. Software is a collection of computer programs. Software is a collection of computer programs that helps us to perform a specific task. To perform a specific task or operation. It is nothing but software. Software is a collection of computer programs. So who will write, who will develop these programs? Means the developers will write a number of programs. Collectively, we can call it as a software. So what is mean by program? So collection of computer programs, we can call it as a software. What is program? Program is nothing but set of instructions, set of instructions or collection of instructions. We can call it as a program. Collection of instructions, we can call it as a program. What is mean by instruction? Instruction means set of commands, set of commands or collection of commands. We can call it as an instruction. Call it as an instruction. Again, command means set of rules or set of statements. We can call it as an command. So, software is a collection of computer programs. Program is a set of instructions. Instruction is nothing but set of commands. Command is nothing but set of rules or set of statements. Set of rules or set of statements. Okay. So, in the market, so we have different types of softwares are available. So mainly, so there are three types of softwares are there. It will be divided into three categories. So what are those types of softwares? Listen carefully. Types of softwares. Types of softwares. Types of softwares. So mainly, we have three types of softwares are there. Three types of softwares are there. What are those? Mails. So what are the softwares we have, ma? Anyone? What are the softwares we have? So three types of softwares we have. System software. Listen carefully, ma. System software. Programming software. And then application software. So three types of softwares we have. System software, programming software, and application software. So let's see one by one. The first software is system software. System software. System software means system software is a collection of programs or collection of computer programs that is designed to manage system resources. So I'll explain you clearly. Listen to system resources. So simple terms, ma, listen carefully. In simple terms, system software is used to run the system. Is used to run the system. So simple terms, system software is used to run the system. To run the system, what are the components we need? Anyone, ma? What are the components we need to run the system? First component, important component is operating system. Operating system. Next, device drivers. Listen carefully, ma. Device drivers. Next, so servers and utilities. Utilities. To run the system, what are the components we need means here? Operating system, device drivers, servers, and utilities. So what is mean by operating system? Why we need to run the system? Why we need this component, operating system? What is operating system? Operating system. It is a combination of, listen carefully, ma. It is a combination of platform and processor. Combination of platform and processor. It is nothing but operating system. So operating system is a combination of platform and processor. What is mean by platform? Platform. So platform is a combination of software and hardware. Combination of software and hardware. It is nothing but platform. Software means software. Software means we cannot touch and feel it. We cannot touch and feel it. We cannot touch and feel. Example, we can take any applications, ma. So we cannot touch and feel it, ma. And we can take any programs. These are the examples of software. Software means we cannot touch and feel it. But hardware, quite opposite for software, right? So we can touch and feel it. We can touch and feel it. Example. So we can take like a mouse, keyboard, monitor, right? And then now we can see like a CPU, etc. So we can touch and feel it. Hardware means we can touch and feel it. Software means we cannot touch and feel it. So it is a combination. Operating system is a combination of software and like a platform and processor. Platform is a combination of software and hardware. Software means we cannot touch and feel it. Hardware means we can touch and feel it. Again, this platform, we have two types of platforms. Platform dependent, platform independent. Platform dependent, platform independent. Platform dependent and platform independent. So platform dependent means if you write the program, in one operating system, for example, I'm taking here Windows operating system. If you write the program in one operating system, so you can run the same program You can run the same program in same operating system. Same operating system. Nothing but Windows operating system only. Then it is nothing but platform dependent. If you write the program in one operating system, we can run the same program in same operating system only. That is nothing but platform dependent. It doesn't support for multiple operating system. Platform independent. If you write the program in one operating system, that is Windows operating system, you can run the same program in different operating systems. Different operating systems or multiple operating systems like a Linux, Linux, etc. Okay, this is nothing but platform independent. So let's see operating system types. Operating system types. So we have Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Unix operating system, Mac operating system, Android operating system, Chrome operating system, etc. Alright. So these are all operating system types we have. So operating system is a combination of platform and processor. Platform is a combination of software and hardware. Hardware means so we can touch and feel it. Software means we cannot touch and feel it. Platform dependent, platform independent, and operating system types. Next, processor. Processor. So processor means the brain of the computer. So processor means the brain of the computer. Means the brain of the computer. Brain of the computer, we can call it as a processor. So a processor is also called as CPU, Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit. So a processor is also called as CPU, Central Processing Unit. So it is a main part of the computer. It is a main part of the computer. Main part of the computer. So it is a main part of the computer that processes the instructions or that processes the instruction. So what here processor is nothing but it is a brain of the computer. We can call it as a CPU, Central Processing Unit. So it is a main part of the computer because it will process the instructions or it will perform calculations, tasks to run the program. So that's why we can call it as the brain of the computer. Processor is nothing but the brain of the computer. So one of the important component to run the system is operating system. The next important component is device drivers. One more important component is device drivers. So device drivers means so we are connecting keyboard to your computer. We are connecting mouse to your computer. We are connecting printers to your computer. We are connecting monitors to your computer. We are connecting screens to your computer. We are connecting like CPU to your computer. So these are all comes under device drivers. These are all comes under device drivers. So device drivers are keyboard like mouse, monitor, printers, screens, then like CPU, etc. So these are all comes under device drivers. So device drivers are keyboard, mouse, monitors, printers, screens, CPU, etc. Because without these device drivers, we cannot perform any operation through your machine. So that's why one of the important component is to run the system is device drivers. The next component, next important component to run the system is servers. Server ma. Server ma, simple term, server is nothing but database. Okay. Server is nothing but database for here. So listen carefully. Server. So it is used to serving the data. Used to serving the data or resources, serving the data or resources to the other computers. Other computers. Other computers is nothing but clients now. So other computers through internet. Through internet. So server is nothing but it is used to serving the data or resources. So resources is nothing but something which is there in the server. It is nothing but resources. So the client will give request to the server. The server will respond to the client request. So in between from the client and server, we need here internet. So the interface between the client and server is internet. A client and server is here internet. So different types of servers we have again here. So like web server, and then database server, file server, and then mail server. So different types of servers we have. Web server. Web server, it is used to serving the data. It is used to serving the data. Web server is used to serving the data. Database server. It is used to store the data and manage the data. So we need to perform here CRUD operations now. C for create, R for retrieve, U for update, D for delete. Then file server. So it is used to store the file, used to store the file. It is used to store the file or store the data and share the data. Share the data through files only. Through files. So file server is used to store the data or files and share the data through files. Through files. Then mail server. Mail server. It is used to mail server. It is used to handle emails. Used to handle emails. So we can send the mail, we can receive the mail, and we can store the mails as well. So this is nothing but mail server. So mail server is used to handle the emails, like you can send the mail, you can receive the mail, and as well as we can store the mail. So these are the different types of servers we have: web server, database server, file server, and mail server. The next important component to run the system is utilities. Next important component to run the system is utilities. So utilities means we need to install some special softwares into your machine. Those special softwares are antivirus softwares, and then backup softwares, and file compressors. File compressors like a WinRAR and WinZip file. WinRAR and WinZip files. So listen carefully, ma. Utilities means we need to install some special softwares into your machine. Those special softwares are antivirus softwares, backup softwares, file compressors like WinRAR and WinZip files, ma. So these are important components we need to run the system. So system software is used to run the system. To run the system, what are the components we need? Operating system, device drivers, servers, and utilities. So these are the main important components we are using to run the system. Then coming to the programming software. Programming software. Listen carefully. Programming software. So programming software is used by programmers. Is used by programmers. Programmers to write the code. Why the programmers will use this programming software? Programming software is used by programmers to write the code. To write the code. So programming tools and programming tool and programming software enables developers enables developers to write or to design, write, test and debug, other software programs. So don't worry, in simple terms, listen carefully. In simple terms, programming software is used by programmers to run the program or to execute the program. See, observe carefully here. Programming software is used by programmer to run the program. So programming software is used by programmers to run the programs. To run the programs, what are the components we need? So we need here assemblers, and then interpreters, debuggers, and compilers as well. To run the system, we need assemblers, interpreters, debuggers, and compilers. So what here assembler? What is the role for assembler here? Why it is important to run the program? Assemblers. It is used to convert assembly language to, listen carefully, ma. It is used to convert assembly language to machine language. Assembly language to machine language. Assemblers is used to convert assembly language to machine language. Assembly language means human understandable language. Assembly language means human understandable language. Nothing but plain English language. To machine understandable language. Machine understandable language is binary digits, zeros and ones. So the assembler is used to convert human understandable language to, or plain English language to, machine understandable language. So the assembler is used to convert assembly language to machine language. So that is the responsibility of assembler here. Then interpreters. Interpreters means it executes the code, line by line. It executes the code line by line. Then So line by line execution will be happen by using these interpreters. Then debuggers. Debugger. So debugger is a tool. Debugger is a tool to find and fix the errors in the program. Errors in the program. So debugger is a tool which is used to find out and fix the errors in the program. That is the responsibility of debugger here. Compilers. So compilers means it is used to translate the machine code into executable code. Executable code before execution. Before execution. So compiler is one of the important component to run the program. Without compilers, we can't execute any program. So because it is used to translate the machine understandable language to executable code. So first human understandable language to machine understandable language, then machine understandable code to human understandable language. Nothing but executable code. So before execution, these are the important components to run the program. For example, you can take int a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, int c equal to a plus b. For example, I am giving some logic here. So int is nothing but data type. As of now, you have to remember these points. A equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a plus b. So how it will perform the operation? I am giving some instructions to the computer. The computer can perform some operations and produce some output in the console. That is the process. But inside someone is there to perform all these operations. Those are assemblers, interpreters, debuggers, and compilers. To run the program, these are the main important component to run the program. So whatever the instructions you need to give to the computer can perform some operations and give you some output. Who will perform all those operations means internally someone is there to perform all those operations. Those are assemblers, interpreters, debuggers, and compilers. The next software is application software. Application software. As a test engineer, we need to focus more on this software. Application software. Application software is termed as requirement based software. Requirement based software, and it is developed for any explicit reason. Application software is termed as requirement based software and it is developed for any explicit reason. So I'll explain you clearly, listen carefully. In simple terms, application software is used by end users. We are all end users now. So we are using this applications software. So application software is used by end users. So based on the requirement only, the applications will be developed. So and it is used by end users. So example, we have application softwares, we have web applications, then desktop or standalone applications, and then mobile applications. So everyone know that web applications means through internet we can run any applications. It is comes under web applications. So through internet, we can run any applications. It is comes under web applications. So all online portals will comes under web applications like Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, Meesho, IRCTC applications. Through internet, we can run any applications. It is comes under web applications. Desktop are standalone applications. Without internet, also the applications should be working. Without internet, also the applications are working. So those are Paint, Photoshop, like Word, Excel, PPT, calculator, calendar, right, ma? All Microsoft products will come under this desktop or standalone applications. Without internet, also the application should work in your systems. Those applications should come under desktop or standalone applications. Then coming to the mobile applications, ma. Through Play Store, we can download any applications. It is comes under mobile applications. Through Play Store, we can download any applications. It is comes under mobile applications. So, like we have WhatsApp, Spotify, Instagram, right? So, Facebook. These are all examples of mobile applications. Okay. So, web application, desktop or standalone applications, and mobile applications are the examples of application software. So these are the three types of softwares we have. System software, programming software, application software. Simple terms, system software is used to run the system. Programming software is used to run the program. Application software is used by the end users. Okay, so let's see what is meant by testing. Testing. Listen carefully, ma. In simple terms, testing means checking whether the application or software is working properly or not. Working properly or not. There is nothing but testing. So testing means checking whether the application or software is working properly or not. It is nothing but testing. For example, any object you can take, first you need to test that one, then only you need to buy, right? For example, you can take the testing a pen. You can take a pen, testing a pen. How we can test? By writing with it, right? So it writes, then it works. It works. Then it will pass. It doesn't write. It doesn't write. Right. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Then it should be fail. Anything, for example, if you want to buy something or any product, first you need to test that one. After testing it, then only you need to buy. Same like that in software applications also. So without testing, we cannot release any application into the market. So must and should you need to test each and every application, then only it will be releasing into the market. Without testing, we cannot produce or we cannot move into production environment. Okay, so that is nothing but testing. Testing means checking whether the application is working properly or not. What is mean by application? Listen carefully, but application. So application means, listen carefully, means group of web pages or group of web elements or group of or collection of functionalities. You can call it as an application. Collection of functionalities, we can call it as an application. So application means group of web pages or group of web elements or collection of functionalities, we can call it as an application. For example, taking a Flipkart application. So in this Flipkart application, listen carefully, group of web pages. See, Fashion is one web page. If you click on the fashion, this is one web page. If you click on mobile, this is another web page. If you click on beauty, it is another web page. If you click on electronics, this is another web page. So this group of web pages, we can call it as an application. Group of web pages, we can call it as an application or group of web elements. Web element in the sense anything or any field in a application. It is nothing but a web element. Like Flipkart is a web element. Travel is a web element. For you is a web element. Fashion is a web element. Like logo is a web element. Again, my profile is a web element. Order is a web element. Wish list is a web element. Each and everything in a web application, we can call it as a web element. Either it may be a link or it may be a text boxes or it may be a buttons or it may be menus, screens, whatever it may be, whatever the information, whatever the fields are present in a web page, all those things will consider web elements only. Listen carefully. That's why application is a group of web pages or group of web elements or collection of functionalities. We can call it as an application. So the alternate name of application is product. The alternate name of application is product. So, we can take the Flipkart application. The alternate name of application is product. See here, fashion is a product, mobiles is a product. Right now, these are all product only. So that's why application, the alternate name of application is product. Alternate name of application is here product. Alternate name of application is product. Listen carefully. Web element. Web element. So web element means anything in a web page or any field. Any field in a web page or web application. We can call it as a web element. Any field in a web page. Any field means either it may be a link or it may be like a button or it may be a text boxes or it may be a like drop downs or it may be like check boxes, etc. All or comes under web element. Web element means any field in a web page or anything in a web page. You can call it as a web element. Either it may be a link or text box or radio buttons, drop downs like logos, scroll downs, anything in a web page. We can call it as a web element box. So you can take the Flipkart applications. So every time if I'm clicking here fashion, the URL is changing. If I'm clicking here mobiles, the URL is changing. If I'm clicking here beauty, the URL is changing. If I'm clicking here home, the URL is changing. Every time the URL is changing, every time it will be navigating into another web page. Right? What exactly here URL means? Listen carefully. URL. What exactly here URL means? So URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. Uniform Resource Locator. So URL is a link. URL is a link which is used to launch the application, which is used to launch the application, or to open the application. So URL is a link which is used to launch the application or to open the application. Launch the application or open the application. Okay. So URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. URL is a link which is used to launch the application or to open the application. Example, So you can take the example. So Flipkart application URL. Then I'm taking here. So Amazon application. And then taking here Mitra application. So listen carefully here, etc. So these are all URL. URL means it is a link which is used to launch the application or to open the application. Without URL, we can't open any application. Okay. Then listen carefully. Client. Client. So who is client means the owner of the application. The owner of the application or product. The owner of the application or product is nothing but a client. Try to understand. The owner of the application or product is nothing but client. Is nothing but here client. A client is a person. A client is a person who will invest certain amount of money, invest certain amount of money to develop the application or to create the application. So client is nothing but the owner of the application or the owner of the product is nothing but a client. A client is a person who will invest certain amount of money to develop the application or to create the application. This is nothing but a client. So listen carefully. We'll see. The example is the owner of the house. The owner of the house is nothing but a client. So customer. Listen carefully. Later I will explain you client and customer clearly. A person who will use the application. Use the application. A person who will use the application or users of the application. Users of the application or product. Users of the application or product is nothing but customer. Customer. Users of the application or product is nothing but customer. So example, tenants. Tenants. Listen carefully, Mahir. So client means owner of the application or product is nothing but a client. A client is a person who will invest certain amount of money to develop the application or to create the application. It is nothing but. So the owner of the house is nothing but client who will use that house, nothing but tenants. Tenants are the customers here. Tenants are the customers here. See, are we owners of the Amazon application? Are we owners of the Meesho application? Are we owners of like Mintra application? No, right? Owners is someone. We are just users of those applications. We are the users of Mintra application. We are the users of Amazon application. We are the users of Flipkart application. We are not owners. Owners is someone. We are users. We are the users of those applications here. So client is nothing but owner of the application. Who will use that application is nothing but customer. As nothing but here customer. Then why we are learning testing? Why we are learning testing? So why we are learning testing here means testing should be happen in any kind of application. Listen carefully. Testing should be happen in any kind of applications. Testing should be happened in any kind of applications. Either it may be a banking application, or it may be a insurance application, or it may be like a healthcare applications, or it may be like a PF related, or it may be a construction, or it may be like a communication, or it may be like a manufacturing domain, manufacturing, or it may be like a social media, airlines, right, etc. So testing should be happen in any kind of applications. So either it may be a banking application or insurance application or healthcare applications or PF related applications or construction or communication, manufacturing and social media, transportation, education, anything you can take, any applications you can take. Testing is mandatory. Testing should be happened in any kind of applications, ma. So that's why we are learning here testing. And one more point. Testing, listen carefully here. So testing or testers or bridges, ma. Bridges or pillars in between the clients. Listen carefully, but testers are bridges or pillars in between the company and the clients. In between the company and clients in the application development. In the application development. So why? Because means, so without testing, so we cannot release any applications into the market. So that's why testing is, or testers is bridges or pillars in between from the company and the clients in the application development. The application development. So testing is not related to any hype or boom. Not related to any hype or boom, because because testing is there forever. So testing is not related to any hype or boom, because testing is there forever. So that's why we are learning here testing. That's why we are learning here testing. Testing should be happened in any kind of applications like banking applications, insurance, airlines, healthcare, PF, construction, communication, education, traveling, manufacturing, social media. So any kind of applications we can use this testing. So that's why testers are bridges in between the company and the clients in the application development. So testing is not related to any hyper boom, because testing is there forever. So next, let's see what are the expectations. Expectations of a tester in the market. Expectations of a tester in the market. So the companies are expected, listen carefully, expectations of a tester in the market. So companies are expected for a tester who are willing to work, who are willing to work both manual and automation testing. Manual and automation testing. Companies are expected for a tester who are willing to work both manual and automation testing. The companies are expected those candidates only. Okay. So what we have to do as a tester here? As a tester, we can perform both verification and validation. Verification and validation. We perform here both verification and validation. So verification means, try to understand this carefully. Verification means as a tester, verification means As a tester, as a tester, we should verify whether the application is designed designed or developed as per the client requirement or not. As per the client requirement or not. Listen carefully here. So, verification means as a tester, we should verify whether the application is designed or developed as per the client requirement or not. It is nothing but verification. Listen carefully, ma. So, verification in the sense, you can take any application. For example, Flipkart application. As per the client requirement, the Flipkart logo is designed and developed correctly or not. It is nothing but verification. As per the client requirement, a login is designed or developed correctly or not. It is nothing but verification. As per the client requirement, so this search for product branded board will be visible or not. As per the client requirement, scroll down is designed or developed correctly or not. It is nothing but verification. Simple. Verification is nothing but are we developing the right product or not? Are we developing the right product or right software or not? It is nothing but verification. Here, each and everything each and every requirement will be provided by the client only. Each and every requirement will be so verification. So each and every requirement, each and everything or every requirement will be provided by the clients only. Each and every requirement will be provided by the clients. Each and every requirement means either it may be a link or it may be a button or it may be a text box or it may be a drop down or it may be like a check boxes or it may be a like radio buttons or it may be like a screens or it may be like menus, everything. Each and every requirement will be provided by the client only, ma. So what is simple terms in verification? Are we developing the right product or not? Are we developing the right software or not? It is nothing but verification, ma. Nothing but verification. Validation. Validation. So validation is nothing but validation means as a tester, we should verify the behavior of the application. Behavior of the application. Behavior of the application means checking whether the application, listen carefully, whether the application is working properly or not. Simple terms, ma. Validation means, verification means, are we developing the right product or not? Validation means the developed product is right or not. Developed software is right or not. It is nothing but validation. So listen carefully here. So I can take the measure application here. So based on the user action, for example, I'm searching here mobiles. Based on my action, the application is behaving. So validation is nothing but we should verify the behavior of the application. Based on the user action, the application is behaving correctly or not. It is nothing but validation. Okay. Verification and validation. as a companies are expected who are willing to work both manual and automation testing. The companies are expected those candidates only. So as a tester, we can perform here both verification and validation. So verification means, are we developing the right product or not? It is nothing but verification. Developed product is right or not? It is nothing but validation. Already we know testing. Testing means checking whether the application is working properly or not. So let's check what is software testing. Try to understand, listen carefully, ma. We have so many definitions are there for software testing. Let's see here few definitions. So software testing is a part of software development process. Development process. Software testing is a part of software development process. So software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Verification and validation. It is a combination of verification and validation. And software testing checks whether the application, listen carefully, ma, software testing checks whether the application or software is working as per the client requirement or not. As per the client requirement or no. It is nothing but software testing. And one more definition. Software testing checks whether the project is acceptable to all its end users or not. End users or not. And software testing is used to detect and identify the defects in software. The main motto and the main purpose, the main goal of using the software testing is, the main purpose of using this software testing is, using the software testing is to release the high quality product or application to the customer or client. Listen carefully. So software testing. Software testing is a part of software development process. It is a combination of verification and validation. Already we do verification and validation. So here we need to check whether the application is working as per the client requirement or not. And whatever the application we are developed, the developed application is acceptable to all its end users or not. And it is used to detect. Detect means identification only. So software testing is used to detect and identify the defects in the software. But the main motto of using this software testing is to release the high quality product to the customer. So how we can say whether it is a quality product? Quality product. How we can say whether it is a quality product or high quality product? Quality product is nothing but customer justification. Listen carefully here. So quality product means the customer justification. Nothing but means the customer justification. Customer justification. Listen carefully, ma. Justification or, so quality product is nothing but customer justification. How well a product or software is working. How well a product or application or software, how well a product or software is working. Listen carefully. So what are the parameters we have? Whether it is a high quality product or not. How we can say whether it is a high quality product. Listen carefully, ma. The first is if it is a bug-free application. Try to understand, listen carefully. If it is a bug-free application. So bug-free application means the software works without defects. The software works here without defects, or the application doesn't contain any bugs. Then you can say it is a bug-free application. And then next parameter is delivered on time. Delivered on time. So delivered on time means so the testing ensures are released as per the schedule. Within the time if you deliver any software or application, then also we can say it is a high quality product. And then third parameter is within the budget. Within the budget. Listen carefully, ma. Within the budget means the testing prevents extra cost overruns, ma. Within the budget, if you complete any software, then now we can say it is a high quality product. And then whatever the application we are developed, the developed application meets the customer requirements or expectations. Customer requirements or expectations. Then also we can say it is a high quality product. Listen carefully, ma. So if you meet the customer requirements or expectations, so the customer will satisfy the product, or the product satisfies the user needs or user requirements. Then also we can say it is a high quality product. High quality product. And then next point, next parameter is, and it is maintainable. Maintainable means easy to update or easy to modify any changes. Then also we can say it is a high quality product. If you, when you delivering any product or application to the customer, if you fulfilling all these parameters, then you can say it is a high quality product. So bug-free, delivered on time, within the budget, it meets the customer requirements or expectations, and it is easy to maintainable. So when we fulfilling all these parameters, then we can say it is a high quality product. Then you can say it is a high quality product. So it is nothing but software testing. So software testing types. Software testing types. Listen carefully, ma. So software testing types will be two types. So there are two types of software testing. Software testings. There are manual testing and then automation testing. Automation testing. Software types are system software, programming software, application software. Software testing types are manual testing, automation testing. You have to remember these points. So manual testing, again we have three types: white box testing, black box testing, gray box testing. Okay, we'll see those concepts on further session. As of now, softwares means software types means system software, programming software, application software. Software testing types are manual testing, automation testing. So let's see today the definition of manual testing. So manual testing. Listen carefully. Manual testing. So manual testing is a type of software testing. It is a type of software testing. Testing an application by human interaction. Testing an application by human interaction is nothing but manual testing. Testing an application with human interaction. It is nothing but manual testing. The alternate name of manual testing is functional testing. Alternate name of manual testing is here the functional testing. That is nothing but the alternate name of man. Man means human. So the human will do any type of testing in the web application, we can call it as a manual testing. So manual testing is a type of software testing an application by human interaction. It is nothing but manual testing. Alternate name of manual testing is functional testing. Let's see advantages of manual testing. Advantages of manual testing. Listen carefully, ma. Advantages: more flexibility. More flexibility. Flexibility means easy to change, right? Ma? Easy to adapt to the testing cases or easy to change anything and easy to write the complex test scenarios as well. So it is more flexibility and then more focus on complex problems, more focus on complex problems because ma, we are humans. So we have some logics and emotions, right, ma? So that's why we need to focus more on the defects. But tool, they don't have any logic and emotions, right? So that's why the advantage is more focus on complex problem and programming knowledge is not required. Knowledge is not required. Programming knowledge is not required and easy to set up, ma. Easy to set up. Listen carefully. Easy to set up means the environment setup will be very easy in manual testing compared to automation testing. Why? Because here no need to install any software in manual testing. No need to install any software. No need to install any tools and no need to write any coding in manual testing. So that's why the environment setup will be very easy in manual testing compared to automation testing. So these are the advantages we have using manual testing. More flexibility, more focus on complex problems, and then programming knowledge is not required and easy to set up. Then again, manual testing types. Manual testing types. So manual testing types. So we have three types. They are white box testing, black box testing, gray box testing. Try to understand more. Software types are system software, programming software, application software. Software testing types are manual testing, automation testing. Manual testing types are white box testing, black box testing, and gray box testing. We'll see all these three types of testing in tomorrow's session. As of now, everyone is clear, right, ma? What is the software? How many types of softwares we have? What is system software, programming software, and application software? And then testing, application, web element, client, customer. Why we are learning testing? Expectations of a tester in the market, software testing types, and then manual testing types. Clear, right, my everyone? All the online students are able to understand the concept, ma?
Yes,
Online
ma'am.
students respond, ma? Yeah. So any queries, ma? So whatever we discussed today's class, any queries? So if you have any queries, you may ask, ma. So if you don't have any questions, ma, you may leave the class. We'll wrap the call from today. We'll see you tomorrow at the same.
Ma'am, can you please share this document, ma'am?
Yeah, ma. So after 3 days demo session, ma, I think on the day after tomorrow onwards, I will share you the document, ma. So 3 days demo session we have, right? So after 3 days demo sessions, I will be sharing you everything, whatever we discuss in the class. Yeah. So day after tomorrow onwards, I will share you the notes. Clear, right, ma? So if you don't have any questions, ma, we'll wrap up the call from today. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great rest of the day, guys. No queries, right, mom? If no, you may leave the class. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow at the same time.